There is a question that your realtor really doesn't want you to ask them, and really you don't want the answer. If you do want to know what this question is and how you as a realtor should answer it, stay tuned right here on Sold by Storm. Let's go. So, what is that question that every buyer is going to ask me at some point in the house tours that I set up for them? And you may know the question already, you may not, but I don't only want to talk about the question and why you should not ask it, but also if you are a broker or agent and you're watching this video, I want to explain to you why it is really, really possible that you could be breaking some fair housing laws by the answer you give, and how should you answer the question? Now, steering is the illegal practice of influencing a buyer's choice of neighborhood based on a protected characteristic like race, color, religion, gender, disability, familial status, or national origin. The Fair Housing Act passed in 1968, and it prohibits real estate professionals from steering. But what does steering have to do with a question that a buyer may ask? Well, simply this. How many times have you asked, or maybe you have been asked, what type of neighborhood is this? What kind of people live here? Wow, what a question. But I must say, if you haven't asked it, you've definitely thought it if you were a buyer, especially if you were looking to purchase a home in a unfamiliar area. I remember my wife and I, many years ago, we were beginning to look for our first home. And we did ask our realtor at the time, what kind of neighborhood is this? But some of the things about steering are, or some of the examples are not telling buyers about available properties that meet that criteria. So as a agent, broker, realtor, your responsibility is to show every house that meets the budget of your client. It does not matter if you think this is the worst area in the world. It does not matter if you would not live here. If your client wants to see that home, you should show them that home, whether you would live there or not, whether you may have some type of bias towards that area. But really, in this day and age, there's so much going on that we really just need to serve our clients and look past any of the isms or schisms that might be dwelling in your heart. With that being said, steering is definitely a heart condition, but it's also illegal. Expressing views about communities to direct buyers away from or towards certain neighborhoods. So sometimes somebody will say, you'll really be comfortable in this neighborhood because this neighborhood has people like you. Wow, that is not what you want to hear. People like me? Who is people like me? Baldhead people? No. It's usually more sinister than that. It's usually deeper than that. And it's really not cool. So when somebody says, hey, you'll be very comfortable in this area, I'd immediately ask, why would I be comfortable in this area? And if it's because of one of those protected classes that are set up to be protected by the fair housing, then what I would recommend you do is to disengage with that broker agent immediately and find a reputable agent. And you may want to have a conversation with the broker in charge and the owner of that brokerage just so they're aware. So maybe they can give more training to their broker agent. Also, another example of steering is suggesting to a family that they exclude certain areas from their search because they won't like the school district. As your broker and agent, it's not my business to tell you everything about a community. My focus is, does this house fit your family's needs? The actual physical property, the land, everything at this property, is it 3 bedrooms, 2 baths with a flat yard? Yes, great. Now you've got to do a little more due diligence. Now, a great agent broker will have resources for you. So I do have links that people can go to. You can go to homes.com and it will tell you a lot of information about a community. Now, some of that information may even be part of the fair housing, what your realtor cannot say, because we're not supposed to steer you towards or away from a community. However, I do remember one time taking my buyer clients to a new construction model. And in the model, there was a very nice person, and they made it clear that my clients who were a part of the LGBTQ plus community, that they would be very comfortable there because there were others like them at that community. Now, I didn't like that, but my clients had no problem with it because it just made them feel more comfortable. And that's fine. However, how about if it worked the other way? How about if they were trying to keep them out of the community and they said, hey, you're not going to feel comfortable here. This is a community with only families. We have a lot of families here, and you're just a couple. You don't have any children, so you're not going to be comfortable here. Guess what? That's not okay. That's not all right. And there's definitely a problem with someone saying that. So if you believe a real estate agent or broker is steering you in any way, shape, or form, please use your voice, have the conversation. But if you're not wanting to or not willing to have the conversation about it, then at least ask the right question, okay? When you ask your realtor what type of people live here, the best answer your realtor can give is the one that I was given and my wife was given so many years ago: good, hardworking people. That's the kind of people that's here. That's all I can tell you. Good, hardworking people. Now, good, hardworking people, they may be lower economic status, higher economic status. They may be Black, white, Hispanic, Asian. They could be LGBTQ plus. They could be not. They could be families. They could be single. They could be anything. But all I know is they're good, hardworking people because they are able to live in this neighborhood and make this community. So if you want to be a part of the community based upon the house and your own personal due diligence, then that is terrific. Congratulations, you found a great neighborhood, you found a great home, but I cannot answer that question for you. All you need to do is do a little Google search and maybe use some resources from your realtor, because we can send you links. It's not illegal for us to send you links about schools or about the crime rate in a particular area. We should do that because we all want to live somewhere where we feel comfortable. But do not try to project your feelings, your thoughts, and your biases onto someone else. You just help them in their jobs, in their home search. And that is what that's your position. That's what you're there to do. Continue to be resilient, able to recover quickly from difficult conditions, because that's what this real estate market has been all about. Is be about being resilient and being ready and in position to find your perfect home. Well, until the next time, as I always say, I hope to see you in those real estate streets. Wait, don't go anywhere. I forgot to tell you all about Storm Real Estate Group. That's right. I am your personal broker. I own Storm Real Estate Group, powered by North Group, and lead a great team here in the greater Triad area. So if you're looking for a home in North Carolina, specifically in the greater Triad area, that's Greensboro, Winston-Salem, High Point, and the surrounding areas, including Rockingham County, then we would love to help you with that. Now, this right here, this is the QR code with all the resources. But if you will scan right now that QR code, you can get your free seller's guide, you can get your buyer's guide, or you can go straight to my website and get all of that information. And if you have any questions concerning real estate or you're looking for a realtor, I have realtors that I am connected with in South Carolina, in Florida, and in Georgia, as well as North Carolina. I would love to refer you to one of my real estate agent broker partners and help you with your home purchase or the selling of your property. Well, until the next time, I hope to see you in those real estate streets. All right, bye.